What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Shout out to the Pirates. Brian. Yes, Schumann. You're in the house. Love seeing you. Voice your vibe on LinkedIn Live. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you too. You know, you've done so much for the community, the live stream community. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit so we can actually hear this. And I just wanted to share my appreciation and gratitude for everybody that's here and all the things that are going on around me. Because I think having gratitude is the best way to serve the community. Appreciation, gratitude, and the reality is that we all have something that we're contributing. And I had been doing a few shows here and there on occasion. As you know, I have done a few shows here and there on occasion. And I'm no stranger to sharing content, helping people along their journey, and actually supporting the live streaming community. You know, there's a lot of people that actually are starting to live stream. They're starting to get used to the idea that this camera is becoming part of their life. The camera is now an extension of their community. The idea that we have the opportunity to actually share some of the things we're doing and provide guidance and information and education and entertainment and all of the things. There's so many things that no, you did not make it. It's not too late. You're always in time. Yes. And the reality is that we all have kindness is cool, smiles are free. Thank you so much, Brian. Really appreciate it. What's going on? You have to say. And what I want to share today is, and I'm going to make it super simple, clear, and concise, because I think it's important that through every part of my life, I've had many chapters in the book of my life. You know, and the way I look at life is through chapters. You know, I have been a musician, a firefighter, a farmer, a tech guy, safety, trainer, you know, any number of things that you can imagine. I have had an amazing opportunity throughout my life to actually get involved and engaged in a lot of different communities. And one of the things that I love doing is sharing my information and sharing what I've learned along the way and promoting this idea and this concept of being able to produce results. And as you know, the last number of Diana, greetings from Ireland. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Joseph, appreciate you being here. I love the comments here, and thank you so much for being part of the life. Jordan says, it's been a blessing knowing you for the last almost 4 years. Can't believe it's been that long. That's incredible. That is incredible. And what I'm doing is, you know, I've been mentioning the Pirate Syndicate. I've been working on building this out and helping more people help more people. The idea that we can assist and support others that are in this journey, this live streaming opportunity, making sure that we have the option to extend the camera beyond what we now see and continue to extend it into new arenas, new communities. And the reality is that we all can contribute to this process. And so I've been building the Pirate Syndicate out, and I continue to build the Pirate Syndicate out. And so what I've made a decision to do is I'm gonna start streaming once a week, probably in the evening, probably during this time frame, because I know that there's a lot of people that may or may not be available at all times. And you know, I've gone 5 days a week. I've actually streamed every day of the week for a period of time, and I think that I'm going to shift that energy and that focus on continuing to build out. I'm going to take my mornings back, and I'm going to start building and creating more content on the Pirate Syndicate, and start creating this community around live streamers and some of the benefits that these live streamers are providing to the community as well. Because we have so much to learn, we have so much to offer, and we have so many things that we can actually produce results with. And my journey has been incredibly productive in terms of what it is the ability to help more people get comfortable online, get you comfortable with the idea that live streaming can be an extension of the media, because you are the media. You are part of the equation. You have a voice, you have a message, and you have a gift, and there's absolutely no reason why we can't turn this thing into an amazing an opportunity for everyone, or at least those that want to be here, those that want to be involved in live streaming or content creation or podcasting. You know, one of the things that I really thrive in is this idea that you can start with one piece of content and you can start creating it into other pieces of content. You can actually generate additional content, and you can continue that trend. And it's not necessarily one and done, because you know, we have a very short attention span these days on social media. And if you create and slice up another piece of content and you place it out into the stream, in another stream possibly, or a few different streams, the likelihood of people saying, wow, I've already seen that, is fairly low these days. And so the downside of creating multiple streams and multiple pieces of content is that it does take time. It does take effort. Anyone that caught the last stream on last Thursday with Repurpose.io, and the name escaped me. I could picture his face. It'll come to me in a second. The reality is that we could actually create these bits of content and share it out again and again. And it, like I said, it takes time. So rather than having me create content every day, what I'm going to do is reduce the pirate broadcast to 1 day a week. I'll probably lengthen the time it's broadcasting. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm going to take that other time that frees up, and then I'm going to, produce some different pieces of content. I also have live streaming to the Pirate Syndicate, so I'm producing shows to the Pirate Syndicate that allows us to actually create a little more diversity and opportunities for other people to create their show, produce some content, and get that out there. So, hey, Ghost, I hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you so much for joining in. Take time to take the Stephanie Lou's approach to creating content. Absolutely. I love that's why I love PR, taking control of the narrative. Absolutely. Hey, Jenny Gold, thank you so much. Jordan says, looking forward to what's next. Dave Wilson. Yes. Awesome, sir. Thank you so much. Barbara, I hope you're well. I certainly empathize with you. Yeah, and it's, I think of it as evolving, evolution, testing out. Realistically, we're all walking through this experiment called life. Yeah. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We don't know what's going to take place tomorrow. We don't know what is going to take place the next hour. So it's an experiment that we continue to work our way through to generate something in our lives that is meaningful and hopefully make a positive impact with others in our life. There's so many things that I want to share and I want to talk about because there's a lot of dimensions that take place in and around us, and there's a lot of different subjects that we can actually talk about. And one of the ways that I enjoy sharing stories, creating stories, balancing the narrative of what's going on around me and creating these things is by video and utilizing video. And I haven't been a YouTuber. I'm on YouTube, but when you think of the traditional YouTuber and going out and vlogging, this is a much more comfortable place for me to be at this point in time. And that's not to say that it won't change, it won't evolve. However, there's so many opportunities. So as I experiment in different types of content creation, and I help other people like yourself to generate your content in different types of media, or potentially, different methods of shooting video, creating video, being out there. It's all part of the process. So live in the moment. Yes, Diana. Thank you so much. Bob. Yes, evolution. Absolutely. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. You nailed it. And I want to continue to nail it. And I want to continue to be what the word I'm looking for is supportive. I want to support you in your journey. I want to be able to provide the information and guidance and support that you're looking for in your story as you unfold and you evolve and you create experiences in your life. It's nice to be able to have somebody or someone in your world that can actually support that conversation in some way, shape, or form, either as a guide or somebody that can answer questions or, provide some feedback and say, here's something you might want to consider, or here's something you could try, or here's some ideas that you can actually produce some good outcomes from. And it's because I've tried it out. I've lived that. I've produced content. I've actually experienced it. And it's because I'm stepping out and I'm changing some of the things that are going on in my world. And I'm also sharing those experiences and sharing that opportunity for you to learn something new. So as I go through this process and I continue to evolve, I want to be able to continue to share it. So I'm not going away. I love what I'm doing. I love the opportunity to actually share these things. And at the same time, I need to put some energy in building the foundation that is going to continue to allow this to take place in the future. And I have to do that with a thoughtful, systematic approach. And just like, Daniel Hall, savor the flavor of the awesomeness in you, sir. Kenny, what's going on? Yes, thank you so much for being here. And the reality is that we all are impacted by something in our world. And so all the gratitude in the world for allowing me to take time in the day to share some of the things that I'm doing. And I really hope they land in a way that is meaningful and important and at least valuable in some way, shape, or form. And I believe that my intention, my purpose is to, like I said, help more people by, build authority, visibility, and build your brand. And I have really spread myself out considerably over the last number of years. And I have, personal things in my life that are going on that I need to pay attention to, and my family, and I just want to make sure that I communicate clearly, transparently, and allow you the opportunity to get involved and engaged to the degree that you are interested in getting involved and engaged, and also have a place that you can actually start a conversation and really meet a few new people, make a few new connections, and enjoy some of the interaction and the opportunities that evolve out of that. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and almost all of my business is developed as a result of the relationships I've created over the years. And there's really no reason that we can't continue to create these relationships, grow these relationships. And one of the challenges that I have is being able to maintain all of the relationships that I have. And I know that I'm not alone in this process, because we now have people all over the world that we're connecting with. We have relationships that we've built, friends that we've found, people that have connected with us. And it's challenging to be able to continue to engage with everyone all the time and not lose your mind. And that's the reality of the world we live in right now. And as we continue to grow and we continue to evolve and continue to make an impact, I just want to secure this method, this process of how we can go live, optimize some of the things that we're doing, build systems around that process, and make sure that you have the tools necessary to do as much as you decide you want to do. And it's an exciting time. I don't know if you realize this, but there's a real magic to where we are right now in the history of humanity. There's a lot of things changing, a lot of things are evolving, and now we're starting to see that you have control over the narrative that you share, the transparency that you hold. A lot of times in the palm of your hand with your phone, you can actually communicate and share ideas. You can teach people. You can actually provide information to anyone that is willing to listen and to support your goals. And it's really important that, yeah, absolutely, Joseph. Yes, real is priceless. Being real is priceless. And the reality is that we, yes, savor the flavor, the awesomeness. Yeah, sharing your delectable thoughts with us tonight, every night, sir. You are loved. Love you, man. I really, really do. I love this community, and I'm dedicated. We love you, Russ, and always support you. Diana, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to come and speak at some of your groups too, Diana. So just say the word. I'm there. I'm working on some bigger projects and some bigger initiatives, and I just want to make sure that I map this out in a way that everybody's included in the process in some way, shape, or form, either being part of the community or being engaged in the ability to expand the community. And I'll be sharing more about this later. And as this develops and as this grows, I think there's a real need for a lot more people to speak up, stand out, and provide their knowledge in a lot of different areas. And I think that there's something unique about where we are right now with live streaming, especially. They have this idea that we can actually create channels of topics. And yes, Gabe, absolutely 100%. You got to slow down to speed up in movement. And it is a movement. The thing about being a pirate, I want to share a couple of stories here in a short minute. My dude just got here, but I know you're laying down the truth like we were talking about. Absolutely. Devin James is an amazing individual that's already on board. So Gabe, little experience. These are amazing times you're developing around us. Agreed. These are exciting times for us as a society. That's the beauty of where we are. That's the incredible magic when you realize how much power and authority, how much effort is washed away by just picking up and starting a conversation with somebody with video. How much authority, how much impact, how much visibility in your industry or in your hobby or in your life. There's centuries of information just right here. There's just enough information that we can actually continue to share and learn from each other and dedicate this to an experience that, knowledge is free. It's when you imagine that All of the information in the world is available to us right now. The difference, though, is our experience is the difference that makes that knowledge powerful. How do we use this knowledge? How do we unlock the information that we hold? How is the experience going to get transferred? Because there's a difference between knowledge and experience. And I think it's important for us to understand this. We have in the next 10 years, probably, 50% of the population that's going to be moving outside the trades. And you can read a book. You can read a book on how to ride a bike, but that doesn't necessarily teach you how to ride a bike until you have the experience. Just like, anything that takes experience to learn, not knowledge, but experience. And that's where the transfer of knowledge and experience can craft this curiosity to allow more people to be interested in what you're doing. As younger people start getting curious about what they want to do with their lives, what they want to do with their future, if we can share those experiences and develop a curiosity to learn, a curiosity to actually ask questions, meet people, have discussions around these subjects, I think it's really important for us to really think about how we can impact the lives around us with some of the experience that we hold within us. And I don't know about you, however, I would like to be an empty vessel when I leave this place. And I would like to be able to share all the experiences that I have. And there's probably no way that I'll be able to do that. And I can always give it my best effort. So some of these things that we're talking about, the technology that we have right now allows us to generate these conversations. It allows us to actually move into the next evolution of information and experience and being able to share this, these goals, these aspirations, these things that we thought about before we started our journeys. How your career developed, what you liked about it, what you would like to see change in this part of the equation. I get excited when I talk about these things, and I get excited about the opportunity to share these things. And so putting more energy into the Pirate Syndicate and teach people how they can actually articulate and enhance their voices and actually get comfortable on camera and produce results and outcomes. And also, a lot of people want to learn how to produce. Maybe it's a career. Maybe they want to continue to build on this. Maybe they want to produce shows for other people. So that's another opportunity that actually is being generated right now as we speak. Producers are actually out there waiting for audiences. And as this thing grows and expands, think of it in terms of abundance. Think in terms of the opportunities that exist. And business owners still have not yet adopted to the degree that they can adopt this information and this technology and this platform. And so as we go through this, we have an opportunity to make sure that we can support the growth and expansion of these ideas, this concept. And it's endless. It's endless. And instead of expanding to millions of people, we can actually narrow it down to the people that need to hear this, that want to hear this, that are passionate about these topics and these subjects. And so if you're looking for a subject, you have a container, you have a community, you have a relationship with people that are knowledgeable in these topics and these subjects, and you can actually grow and expand these ideas in a way that has never been before possible. I get excited about it. That's all I got to say about it. And so, yes, we all have our unique stories to share with the world. for the betterment of humankind. Yeah, think of platforms like the Moth or, uh, you know, uh, different storytelling. Imagine if you had an opportunity to talk to your great 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 grandfather and listen to them tell stories and listen to their narrative about what life was like in when they were living, and future trip that into the idea that your great great grandkids could actually go there and experience what you're talking about, what you were thinking of, and how you navigated through the world of this new opportunity. Because we're just in the initial stages of developing what could possibly be an outcome on this. So Bernard, thank you so much to continue to kill it, Russ. I only do this because I believe in the future of our conversations and stories. And I know that people like you, Bernard, and Joseph and Robert and Kenny, all of these, Gabe, all of these individuals, Marcia is out there, all of these individuals, Jenny Gold, all of these individuals have a story to tell. They're all unique. Each one of us is a unique being, and we have value. We hold value. And part of this process is trying to go deep, trying to actually understand what it means. February is challenging month for me, and I want to tell you why. I've had two sisters pass away, one at the age of 15, one at the age of 30. My younger sister, well, they're both my younger sisters, their birthdays were in February. And my son, who left us a few years ago via suicide, his birthday is tomorrow. And when I reflect back on the loss that I've experienced in my life and the appreciation for life and the necessity to have a little empathy, a little compassion, there's a reason I say kindness is cool and smiles are free, because you don't know who needs to hear what you're sharing at any particular moment in time. You don't know what impact it can make on somebody's life and possibly steer them from a poor decision or something that could change their future with impact. Become a mentor to somebody. Mentor and support each other around the world. There's absolutely no reason why we can't share a little love now and then. And just really know that you're making a difference. You don't have to hold it back. You don't have to restrict yourself because you might think that somebody's judging you on your opinions or your thoughts. There's reasons out there that people are here. There are people in your life right now that are probably struggling. There are people out there right now that they just need to know that you care. I care. Yes. And the reality is that we all have stories like this. We all have experiences in our life that we've had to learn from. We've had to get through. We've had to get over and past and heal from. We've all had the opportunity to feel pain. At least my philosophy is if you haven't found loss in your life and you haven't found pain yet, you haven't lived it long enough. And that's not to say that I want anybody to be in pain. I don't want anybody to experience loss. I just know over time, over the lifetime of anyone, there are moments in your time, there are moments in your past, there are things that you've had to deal with emotionally, intellectually, and understand that it's not something that you have to go through alone. You're not alone. There are other people that have experienced similar things, not yours, not your experience, but things that you have an opportunity to make an impact and a difference in somebody else's life. Yeah. We all have support. Yes, Marcia. Yeah, so grateful for you too. Marcia, I love you. Thank you so much. Jenny Gold. Thank you. I love you, Jenny. Joseph, we all have a purpose in life. Absolutely. Share it with the world. And it has nothing to do with ego. It has nothing to do with being an influencer. It doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about right now is the opportunity to be open to being vulnerable and transparent and mentoring or supporting somebody going through something that makes a difference. Bill, thank you, brother. Awesome, wonderful message. Thank you for sharing. So true. Absolutely. A problem shared is a problem halved. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've spent a lifetime, stuffing my emotions in a lot of respects and knowing that I have an outlet, knowing that I have an opportunity to actually, and that's not to say that I want to dump on anyone. It's like, I don't want to share all my problems. I don't want to share any of my problems. I want to share my experience. And there's a difference. We all have to go through work in order to get through trauma. We all have to go through a process in order to get to some place where we're okay. It's not to say that we'll never be the same. It's just to say, I'm okay. And I want you to be okay too. And I want you to be okay with me. And there's a big difference between, where you start and where you finish. And if we continue to build this and grow with this and break down barriers of, mental illness, trauma, stress, anxiety, confidence, all of these things are part of the same process. It's life. It's the thing we call life. And I just can't, we're all human. We all are human. Yes, being human, open, transparent as a person. We've all been in a situation where we probably felt like a victim. We've all been in a situation where we feel like a hero. Maybe there are occasions where you feel like a villain. And where I want to place my energy is to be a guide, to help others along on their journey, to provide a roadmap and an idea or a concept, or at least listen to you in a way that allows you to voice and share your thoughts and your opportunities and your ambitions and your dreams. And there's a lot of things that we can do together here, and building community is the best way we can do good work for those around us in a positive way with positive outcomes. So I just wanted to voice my, just get it out there, and just plant the seed, nurture it like a good farmer that I've been in the past. And also, do what I can to help you along your journey, whatever that looks like. Be supportive, encourage you, motivate you, inspire you, whatever is necessary along the road and the path to your best efforts. So, yeah, leave no one behind. Amplify the we. It's we. It's not us and them. Amplify the we. And being a pirate, that reminds me of a story, and I want to share this story because I think it's appropriate. One of the reasons that the Pirate Syndicate and the Pirate Broadcaster name is because back in the radio days, if you were broadcasting outside the boundaries of permission, you didn't have a license, or you weren't authorized, or you didn't have permission to broadcast, and you broadcast anyway, you were considered a pirate broadcaster. And pirates, as a nature of the process, the nature of being outside the rules. I want to plant the seed. That's not good or bad. It's just you're pushing the boundaries of what you're comfortable with. And if once you get outside the boundaries of your comfort zone, you're becoming a pirate. So I want you to think of being a pirate broadcaster, where you're pirating the comfort zone. You're moving outside that permission you give yourself, and you expand past that boundary, and you go beyond that line of comfort. You're now a pirate broadcaster. You have the ability, you have the opportunity to grow, to be seen, to be heard, to be talked about. And that's the idea of the pirate broadcast. That's the pirate. That's like the concept of a pirate, to be able to go beyond that boundary. And then the Pirate Syndicate is, the same thing. It's like teamwork. It's just like, being on a ship. You have to work together. You have to communicate. Everybody knows their job. Everybody knows what needs to be done. It's like clockwork. It's like machine. So all of these pirates that are working outside these boundaries, helping each other motivate, inspire, and propel us to a new destination. That's the whole concept of this movement. That's the whole concept of this idea and purpose that we have, is to be able to push this forward and make it happen, make it matter. And the reality is that just like pirates, why they do you know why they wore an eye patch? And it's not because they got their eye injured. It's because when you're going in and out of a light surrounding, and you're going down, in the hole, into a dark surrounding, you cover one eye, so you always have the ability to have one eye adjusted for each environment. So your eye that's not covered is, a little more visible when you go outside, when you go under the hold. So think of your vision, think of your ideas, and think about your concepts you're thinking about. Are you going in blind, or are you going in with an eye patch with the ability to see when you're going into a dark area, when you're going into a different arena of opportunity? So if you think of the patch, and you think about the comfort zone, and you think about this, that translates into what a pirate is all about. And I don't know that I've actually articulated that in this specific way, but this is the way I'm thinking about the way we can continue to move in together. So teamwork makes the dream work. 100%. 100%. I must have been a pirate forever. I've crossed over many boundaries in my lifetime. As have I. As have I. Cammy, stretched to be a pirate. Absolutely 100%. Proud of you telling the truth tonight for putting it all on the line. Love you, Devin. Diana, I'm jumping on the pirate ship with all you guys with Russ Johns as our guide. Oh, this is amazing. And the things that we can do together far outweigh the limitations we put on ourselves. And I just want you to kind of noodle on that idea for a minute and think about, yes, teamwork makes the dream work. However, when you have someone in your life that understands that edge of the belief, edge of the comfort zone idea, that thing that is maybe not in the mainstream media, you have to have somebody around you that can say, I understand what it is you see. I believe in your vision, and I want to help you along your way. Let's navigate there, and let's go and let's see what we can do together. And I support you along that. And I've got so many people in my life that have helped me navigate through very treacherous times, from being lost in the wilderness, literally, and having to deal with loss and tragedy and excitement and amazing experiences. Some of the most amazing experiences in my life. I don't know that I could communicate everything. And it's just part of who we are. It's part of who we become. Live life. Share your experiences. Help somebody produce a better outcome for their future. And if we can just drop that seed, that nugget of knowledge into somebody in our future, imagine what possibilities can erupt from that. The ripple effect we talked about, the random act of kindness, all of these things they're connected. We're all connected. You can't be around people and not make an impact in some way, shape, or form. And I just encourage you to actually think about how you're being purposeful in life, how you're making an impact, what it is that you can actually do to generate positive outcomes. Create something unique and do it. Can you please connect with me on LinkedIn? I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. Jenny Gold, didn't know about the eye patch. Totally makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. Joseph, I'm 100% imperfectly a pirate. And I'm perfectly imperfect about being imperfect. I love it. I love it. Jumping on the pirate ship with all you guys, and Russ Johns is our guide. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump off because I just want to make sure that I want to wrap this up to make sure that everybody is comfortable with the idea. Share some of these concepts and these ideas. And as I reduce the number of episodes I have, so you don't have to go chase me down, I'll repurpose the show, produce more updates on what the show is about and what is going on with the show and some of the things that I'll be sharing on the show. And so everybody can stay informed. Gabe, I want to give a shout out to Gabe on the LinkedIn live streams and the newsletter. If you're not connected with Gabe and you're not connected to the newsletter, follow the let me see if I got this banner here. I got this banner. Pirate Syndicate, yes. Let's see. LinkedIn live streams. Yes. So here's a company page, LinkedIn live streams, and then use the hashtag LinkedIn live streams. Support that initiative, because like I said, let's help more people. Because if you help somebody that's out to help someone else, it's like, so many people on LinkedIn, servant leadership, going out and serving and supporting other people. If you're out there helping other people along your journey and you're helping support other people, I want to help you. And I want to make sure that you're receiving the opportunities that you need to continue to be in that role, be in that place. And because, kindness is cool and smiles are free. Yeah. I have to agree. All right. I'm out for now. Love you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to many more conversations, connections, interactions, and so much meaning. So go out, make it matter. Because like I said, kindness is cool and smiles are free. And you enjoy the day. Take care, everyone.